Do you want to try yoga, but you're a little intimidated about walking into a big class, or maybe a little scared you're going to hurt yourself? You're not alone. Hi, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Shane. Welcome to Inside the Asana, a guide to a safer, smarter yoga practice.
Before we begin, we just want to recognize that yoga is a complex and ancient tradition. It encompasses philosophy, ethics, meditation, mantra, and so much more.
Although this guide focuses on the physical practice, remember that yoga is so much more than what you see on the mat.
Virabhadrasana I, or Warrior I, is a standing strength pose with some hip opening. Let's build it.
Come join Carolyn in the basic shape of Warrior I. From here, we're going to refine the pose to create Virabhadrasana I. In doing this, we always start at the feet. Step one is to take a nice long step back. You want to set yourself up so that you can bend into the front knee, bringing it directly over the front ankle. In stepping back, chances are you came into more of a heel-to-heel alignment, which opens up the hips. We want the hips square to the front edge of the mat, which is called a closed hip position. To make this more comfortable, you might set the foot a little shorter and a little wider to allow the hip to come around. This is also going to set your back foot on about a 45-degree angle. Make sure the knee's still in alignment up front. You're strong through the back leg. Continuing up, we want to engage the abs gently so that we have the pelvis in neutral, creating some nice length through the lower back. Once that's stable, extend the arms up overhead, finding length, but then make sure to pull the shoulder blades back down and in to create some space between the shoulders and the ears. Now that the upper body is set, take your gaze straight ahead to find your drishti.
Now that we've got Virabhadrasana I on the outside, let's go inside the asana. Virabhadrasana I, it's a standing pose. That means that pretty much all of the muscles in both of your legs are working. In the front leg, there's a primary focus on the quadriceps and the glutes. The quadriceps are four muscles that start at your knee and they run up to around your hip. In Vira I, they're working to maintain the bend in the knee so that the knee isn't falling too far forward. So it's active right through here. The glute muscle is keeping your knee forward rather than falling inward. That muscle actually externally rotates the leg at the hip. So as you turn that on, you keep your knee pressing forward. Now in the back leg, the quadriceps are also really active, but here they're maintaining the straight leg. So here they're working to kind of maintain that bend. Here they're keeping the leg really strong and straight. Vira I is a hip opener for our hip flexor muscles. Hip flexor muscles are what flex or bend our hip. When we sit, when we drive, we're constantly shortening those muscles. So this is a great pose to counteract that. Our hip flexors are a little bit of our quadriceps right at the top, but our main one is called our psoas, and that muscle attaches way in deep at our spine, comes down the front, and attaches at the inside of our thigh. So you can just see, looking at this angle, that it's really the opposite of what we spend so much time in. So that's a great one, and hip flexor tightness actually contributes a lot to low back pain. For the back of Vira I, our deltoid muscles, which are those V-shaped muscles, are active to keep our hands up overhead, but we're also activating through our trapezius muscles. That is what's going to help keep our shoulder blades broad, but drawing down towards the spine rather than the shoulders creeping up towards the ears. We're also getting a nice length through the calf and the back of the ankle and the back leg. In Vira I, just like in so many poses, our core is really active. So our six-pack muscles, our abs are engaging, and our obliques are wrapping in to keep us upright. In Vira I, you also want to make sure that you're not scrunching in on yourself. So you're keeping your your collarbones nice and broad, which is keeping your pec muscles nice and open.
Some final notes on Virabhadrasana I as we wrap things up. This pose traditionally is performed with a heel-to-heel alignment in the feet. However, because it was performed by young Indian boys, Many adult American bodies don't conform to this shape as well, and we tend to find it very uncomfortable. This creates common misalignments in the body where the hips tend to open up, the rear toes tend to turn out, and the front knee starts to cave in. To accommodate this, we tend to step shorter and wider. That allows us to bring the toes back in, to square the hips off toward the front, which will help bring the knee back into alignment with the middle of the front toe, and to bend into the knee to bring it over the ankle. Once that part of the body is aligned, we then also tend to see a sway back in the body. We want to get rid of that by gently engaging the belly muscles, which will create a relaxing release through the lower back. From there, as we move further up the chain, shoulders sometimes get pulled up too high, so drawing the shoulder blades down and back will help accommodate that. And we can find even more comfort through the arms by coming into a cactus arm variation where we bend the elbows. This has the additional advantage of creating a greater broadening across the collarbones, which has a better stretch for the chest muscles. But if you do want to go traditional, you can extend the arms all the way up overhead, and as long as it's safe in your neck, you can adjust your drishti from forward up to the fingertips. And this has the benefit of creating a big stretch through your side body and lat muscles. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you want to catch more Inside the Asana videos, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Plus, if you want a quick reference guide to some of the most common asanas, check out the description below where you can find a link to our free PDF.